Finally made it, y'all. We here. Fresh cut, you feel me? You feel me? We got the cats in. What it do, guys? I know it's pretty, ain't as late as it was gonna be yesterday. Just a little late today. Had some shit to do today. You feel me? But we here. It's your boy H-Town Zack. Welcome to the What You Think podcast. You feel me? We are here at H-Town headquarters. We're gonna go ahead today. We're gonna be discussing my Rockets. Is gonna be sports theme tonight. Sports theme, and then well, mainly sports tonight. Basketball, football is what we're gonna talk about. And we ain't gonna be that long, I guess. You know, we keep it about 30 minutes. Might go over. You feel? Might go over. But once you get in here, if you in here, look who we got in the building. Had to show his face. Mr. Waterboy. Little Waterboy. Say what's up, Waterboy. Demon time. The little demon cat. Yeah. But if you in here, once you get in here, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Go, Oliver. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got the notifications turned on. You feel me? Get in the comment section. Let's chat. Chatty Cathy. Let's be that. You feel me? We'll go ahead and get right into it, guys. We're going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and pop it off with these Rockets, my guys. With my Rockets, man. I was going to go live the other night. But I was like, oh, no. We got 2 games in 1 week. I'll wait to that, game 3. I'll wait to game 3. I was hurt. We lost game 2. Brought to the H-Town. I'm thinking we going to win and bring them boys to the H-Town, dog them out, pull out a victory. Couldn't do it. And I guess this KD injury is a little more extreme than what I thought. It seemed like it's a little more extreme because he like in and out. He play a game, miss a game. Play a game, miss a game, whatever. So I was like, what's going on? It seemed like I ain't no conspiracy theorist. I'll be liking them conspiracies. But it seemed like they trying to use us. Like we're gonna be the first ones to lead the Lakers all the way to the championship. So this can be LeBron's last game playing or something. And be like, oh, remember regular season, we thought he wasn't gonna make it. And they faced the Rockets, somewhat of a good team, and was missing, some of their good players when LeBron pulled through by himself. You know what I'm saying? And then we made it all the way to the finals, and they won. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my conspiracy. That's what I'm thinking. And of course, use Houston, use the H-Town as the ones to be like, we the ones let them do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. But we lost 3. We was 3-0. Game 4 in the H-Town. We pulled through. But it ain't nothing to brag and boast about. Because Game 4, I feel like what they did on that, for Game 4, pretty much nobody was, I feel like, they was like, man, whatever. Just lollygagging, half-ass playing. No, I feel like if anything, we was the ones balling hard, trying to make sure we don't get swept 4-0, then it's over. So, of course, we was playing hard. We was playing tough Game 4. I feel like the Lakers was just like, all right, whatever. Just shoot it. Once we check the ball, once I pass you the ball, shoot it. Just do whatever. If you miss, oh well. I feel like they doing all of that, trying to drag it along, either to continue making more money for however many more games it's going to be, or I feel like they also were just trying to let us win so they can go back to LA. We can play them at home and then, send us on our way so it could be a tough ride home. you know, because it's going to be embarrassing. You go somewhere and then all of a sudden you lose on that ride home. You know, when you win on the road and you got to go back home, it'd be like, you know, you'd be turned up. They probably be back there on the bus or the plane, whatever, however they, you know, get around. You know, they cracking jokes, they drinking, probably smoking cigars or weed, whatever, you know. They turning up once you went on the road and you got to go back home. You know, it's a good old time. But let you lose and you got to go home. Going home on a loss, that bus ride, that plane ride, gonna be silent. Ain't nobody gonna want to joke around. Everybody gonna have their AirPods in, they Beats by Dre on. They gonna, you know what I'm saying, that nobody gonna want to talk, communicate. So, you know, it ain't gonna be no fun until they book them, till they book them little vacation trips to where they going. You know, once the season over, everybody go on vacation. Motherfuckers be going Hawaii, Dubai, and, you know, all out the country or wherever they gonna go. But let me see. Yeah, that game 4, let me see what I got for y'all. Game 4. And that's how I think it was a blowout too. Or it was, I know it was a blowout, but I think they let us win that game because as I'm watching, I didn't watch the game again. You know, I was busy. So I'm watching the score. And it seemed like we had them blew out the water. How the game end 115 and 96. So it seemed like obviously they started coming back. They started coming back. But then time ran out. So time ran out. And then of course, you know, we won. But they still call it a blowout. But we had them beat by way much more second, third quarter, beginning of the fourth. So I'm over there thinking like, well, damn. That's when I started thinking this is a setup. But top scorer for my Rockets, Eason, had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. The boy Smith had 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Sengun, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. We had Thompson with 23 points. He had 4 rebounds, 7 assists. So he was out there feeding. He was the one making sure shit get done. Shepard had 17 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. So they were doing pretty good, you know, point wise. But why all of a sudden, KD ain't even should play that game. So I don't know what happened. Like, you know, how come he play one game, miss the next game? You know, like what's going on? If you hurt, just go and sit out. Stay out. Don't be trying to, because like, I don't know what other excuse we can use for all them losses we had. Game 2, game 3. KD came back game 2. Lost that game. I mean, shit, we can't always keep on saying, man, we need a point guard. Because, you know, our point guard hurt. So it's like, we made it this far. Why we can't queue up something, you know, make something work? We should, like, had a better game plan or something. But now it come down to the wire. Because what's the chances of my Rockets coming back, winning 4 games straight to win the series? You know what I'm saying? Oh, what you doing? But yeah. So I don't know. I don't think. Laker-wise, Hachimura, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. LeBron had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. Aiden had 19 points, 10 rebounds. Smart had 9 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. See how these numbers is pretty low? They don't seem like they was trying. They were just like, man, whatever. Kennard, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. So it was like, and then I heard they had Lakers had a whole bunch of turnovers. So it's like turnovers, we getting all the rebounds. Like why we couldn't do this? Why we couldn't apply this pressure game 2, game 3? Even game one, shit, why we couldn't do this from the jump? Of course, game one, even though you should already have they whole little game style, they gameplay down packed from playing them regular season. Like, why couldn't you already have a set game plan, and if that ain't working, make these little slight adjustments to go ahead and pull out a victory? Take you all the way to game 4, where they basically like, all right, man, we got this in the bag. Don't need to try hard tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead. Basically, like I said, they let us win. So that's what I'm thinking. They let us win. They let us win game 4, just so we can go back game 5. Come out here to LA. They can go and whoop us and send us on about our merry way, and be hurt, embarrassed. That's what I'm thinking. Let me see. I want to see what the other scores was for the other games, y'all. Dang, and my phone about to die. You feel me? Stay with me now. Stay with me now. Yeah, so game 3, we had a chance. Lost in overtime. Could have had them beat that time. That's what I was going to talk about. I was going to go live, but I was like, man, fuck that. Fuck that. We had them beat. We gave up in the end. They beat us in overtime, 112 to 108. I was going to say 2 points, but two pointers. Or a 3-point and got fouled. We could have tied it up again. Went to second overtime. Yeah, but they beat us. Lakers beat us 112-108 game 3. It's crazy. But like I said, that's what I think. I think they let us win to set us up for this game 5 to go home sad. What you think? Get in the comments. I know most of y'all Lakers. There's a few people out here that subscribe to your boy that fuck with the Rockets. They like the Rockets. That's almost everybody that subscribe to your boy in the H-Town. But even then, we got people in Houston that mess with other teams. But I don't know. Everybody else I know against my Rockets. So get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think the Lakers let us win game 4 so they can send us home sad for game 5? Get in the comment section. What you think? You feel me? Enough of basketball here. This is mainly what I want to talk about is football. Because I love football. I love football. I'm all football. That's soccer, huh? Football. You feel me? Let's go, Texas. We're going to talk about this draft now. This was the draft. This is what I wanted to talk about. This draft. So, I feel like my Texans, we had a nice, it's kind of tough I feel like this draft overall was kind of whack because I feel like it's about 3 people that I knew. I don't watch college football, so these names I don't know unless the people in college that they, talk about is just balling like that. Then you bound to hear their name. But all these people in the draft that's getting drafted and picked, I don't know these motherfuckers. I don't know them. I ain't never seen them, never heard of them. Only 3 names I knew was Fernando Mendoza, because they were saying he was the best. He won the college championship, and of course he was the best one, and he was going to be the first one picked by the sorriest team in NFL, which happened to be the Raiders this season. So bam, find out about Mendoza. I know, I gotta start watching them damn, I gotta start watching. Shout out to Peter in the building. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for getting in the comment section. This is what I'm talking about. But I mean, what, college games be on Saturdays? I mean, I could tune in and watch them. But I'll be trying to catch up on my, that's what they were saying. They were saying like another bust. They were trying to see who the biggest bust was, but I feel like, shit, you can't go wrong with him. I mean, he gonna learn for sure. He gonna learn. Because they put Mendoza behind Kirk Cousins. that's like it's 50-50 because Kirk Cousins is good. You know Kirk Cousins is good, but he's up there in age. He be getting hurt. So it's like how much and how much can he learn from Cousins before he got to step in, and then we find out the stuff that he didn't learn because of an unexpected injury or whatever, or he just play bad. Like how I thought Geno Smith was gonna come to the Raiders and you know be Seattle Seahawks. Geno, he went over there and was out. He was nothing. He wasn't. He couldn't lose the right way. You out here losing. I put money on you to attempt to rush twice. You getting sacked instead of trying to take off and run. You get hurt. You still come out here and do the same thing. But like I said, we'll see how much Mendoza can learn behind Kirk Cousins because I said they're gonna let Mendoza watch him and learn from this and that. But as I said, Cousins is getting older in age. He be getting hurt. So if the Raiders not able to protect him to where he can be his best self, Mendoza ain't gonna learn much until he gonna have to Mendoza bound to have to learn from experience. Like you guys should have enough from college gameplay, but once you get out there and then you start, working behind the starting line and all this and that, you can see, get building some chemistry with your receivers and stuff like that. That's the only way you're gonna learn. You can only learn so much by watching. You got to get out there and, put your feet on the ground, get your hands dirty. So, but yeah, like I was saying, the only names that I actually heard was Mendoza, of course, because he was gonna be the, first. They were saying he was supposed to be the first person picked. I heard Jeremiah Love, and then what's that the other quarterback that got drafted to the Cardinals? Let me see. I don't know, y'all stay with me now. Damn, what's his name? Peter, help your boy out. What's that quarterback? Oh, Carson Beck. There we go. Carson Beck. Them the only three names that I heard. Everybody else, I ain't heard nothing about. I ain't know what the hell they was talking about. So, but we're gonna jump into our kind of try to go mainly teams that we're gonna be talking about is teams that people that actually participated in my picks, my friendly football picks. So everybody else, all these other teams, I'm not gonna go through team for team of who got drafted like I did last year. But as I said, this draft was just kind of trash to me. Like I said, I ain't know too many people. You ain't hear too much, and like about that second episode when I was talking about football draft, it's like, man, these guys, you can't expect them to do too good because of all the experienced players they got already. So unless you get drafted and they need you right away, you ain't gonna do much. You're gonna be sitting on that sideline on the bench for however long till they need you, till somebody get hurt, because they already got three strings of players. So first string go out, you got second and third string that they're gonna go to before they go to you, unless you outplay them or coach sees something that you better than them and then bump you up on a depth chart. So they got all these people, and then they draft these people, and then eventually they either get dropped, released, traded, like all this stuff happens. So we shall see. But starting off with my Texans, our first pick we had got Rutledge, K. Rutledge, a guard. As I told y'all, as I've been telling everybody too at work, like whoever we talking football, when they ask us what my Texans need, I was saying my Texans need offensive linemen. Hold on, guys. My cat coming in. My girl cat, Olivia, was trying to be outside in the streets. She was out. Sigh. Myself, he said. But yeah. So I'm saying I was telling my peoples we need offensive linemen, running backs. I forgot to mention a tight end, but we do need a tight end because Dalton Schultz is good, but I don't know who the second, third string is that's gonna be as reliable or as good as him. So of course we do need we need extra tight ends. We need it to be targeted offense because our defense is already A1, and somehow, some way, we still picked up some defensive players. I feel like it was 50-50 in this draft. So Rutledge is a guard. I feel like we're gonna put him. I don't know if we're gonna put him left or right, but he's offense. We got him. We got McDonald. I knew about him once I seen him on Nightcap. I'll be watching Nightcap. Unc and Ocho. Shout out to those guys. Y'all watch that. Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, and still King ISO Joe. Yeah, if y'all watch it, y'all know. So yeah, they interviewed him because he had did real good in his games that he was playing, and he made it to today's show, today podcast, and they interviewed him and stuff. And my Texans picked him up, and that's a defensive tackle. But I was like, second pick, we go on defense, bro. And I want to give a shout out to the Raiders because the Raiders, we traded picks. They traded us to pick, and I heard from some of the Raider fans that's who they wanted. So why you gonna trade a pick with us and then we go and get them? You let us get the next pick, and then we go out there and get the player you wanted. You stupid. But we got him. Hopefully we can use him. Hopefully he'll be out there, be able to hold his own, give some of our starters, our good players, some a breather in case they get tired. But we got McDonald, defensive tackle. We got Clean, however you say it, tight end. It's a few of these names, y'all, I'm gonna mess up because that's for one, like I said, I ain't never heard of these motherfuckers. Then they got all these, no disrespect, guys, but these names be weird. Klein, Klein, Clean, like Sheen, however you pronounce it. Motherfuckers don't be knowing. Everybody say it differently. Everybody pronounce it different. But I'm gonna say his name was Klein. M. Klein, tight end. We got him. We got this other name, N. Nwayu, Nwaiwu. You pronounce it. What you think? You pronounce it. How you say it? Tell me. Don't worry, I'll wait. But yeah, he's a guard. We got another guard. So I feel like we getting most of what I said we needed. We building the lineup. Even though I don't think we're gonna start them, but we gotta see how they gonna play. Of course, all these highlights from colleges look good, but once you get into this NFL, like my boy Peter said, college play, NFL play are different. Can you jump in and step up? Because it ain't gonna be as easy. It's only getting harder, bro. Then you playing with motherfuckers that's experienced. They've been doing this for years, and then they like to target these new guys. They be like, oh yeah, this motherfucker think I'm finna, it's easy to trick the new guys. People that's neck and neck been doing this for some years, they already know, all right, I can't show this, because if I do like this, they know I'm finna, I'm finna get the ball, or I'm finna break, or do, certain little movements and signs that they watch your film, and then they know what you about to do. Or just seeing it from other players, they know what's gonna happen. So I don't know if they're gonna start these guards, but it seems like we got some good people on the offensive line already that we can go ahead and throw out there to help my boy CJ. We got Wood Az. How would you say it? Wood Az? We don't know, huh, Olivia? Let me see. Come here. Come here, Olivia. Come here. Everybody see you. Come here. Come here, little Olivia. Come here. Come here, little Olivia. It's big Olivia. It's the girl cat. She was outside. Outside in the streets. It's Olivia. But yeah. So Wood Az, linebacker, defense. I'm like, come on now. We got K. Ramsey, a safety. We got L. Bond. a wide receiver. Good pick. You know, we got a nice selection of receivers already. And then our last pick was A. Fisher, a linebacker. So I feel like we was about 50-50 here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was 50-50. We got a nice selection of offense and defense evenly. So yeah, I feel like we did good though. We did pretty good. So Texans picks, I feel like we did good. You know, I thought we should have. I mean, of course, I should have known we would have got defensive players. But with that #1 defense that we got already, everybody else. I mean, I guess these guys that we picking up, we either gonna use them as, you know, potential trades, trade them off to get some money, or go and get somebody, some top-notch players that we can use right away to give our starters some breathers in case our second and third strings ain't up to par. But Texans draft picks, I think we did pretty damn good. I feel like we should have got us a running back, but we end up getting a tight end. We might end up using him as a running back every now and then, you know. But I don't know. Raiders, they got a whole bunch of people. Of course, drafted Mendoza, quarterback. Stooks is a safety. K. Crawford was an edge. T. Zoom III is a center. Jay McCoy, a cornerback. Washington Jr., a running back. D. Johnson, a safety. H. Masses, a cornerback. M. Benson, a wide receiver. And B. Cleveland, a defensive tackle. They done got a whole damn, they done drafted a whole team. Raiders and they gonna need it. They gonna need it. Raiders done drafted a whole damn team. They done drafted a whole team. Cause I feel like Raiders did damn good pick wise, like well position wise. So like I said, I don't know nobody. So and then of course highlights is highlights for a reason. Of course they ain't gonna show you all the plays they messed up. They collected all the clips of the good stuff they did. So we're gonna see what the Raiders did, but I think they did good because they did need a little bit of everything, and that's pretty much what they went out there and done. Got them a quarterback, they got some receivers, some defensive tackles, some center, cornerbacks, running backs. They got pretty much everything. So we shall see what's to come. The Saints, they got Jay Tyson, a wide receiver. Miller, a defensive tackle. Delp, a tight end. Jay Wright, a guard. Lance, a wide receiver. L. Styles Jr., a safety. B. Brown, a wide receiver. And T.J. Hall, a cornerback. I know nobody don't give a damn about the Saints other than my boy Jeff Dunbar. And I'm going through teams, so I went Texans because I'm the Texans. So we're gonna speak about the Texans first. So that's why I mentioned them first. And then the Raiders, 3 from all my other leagues, right? We had Derek won the family league. We had Vicky won your mom's league, and my boy Felix won the Gridiron Avengers. And they all like the Raiders, so that's why I put the Raiders second. We talked about them second. Last but not least, in the UPS League, the Ups League, my boy Jeff Dunbar, he won. He's a Saints fan, so that's why we mentioned them now. And then from there, I'm just going team, like people that I remember that like these teams or whatever. So, as I said, those were the Saints picks. The Packers, they grabbed, this is what I was talking to my pops not too long ago, about a good 20, 30 minutes ago. I was like, man, y'all ain't grabbed nobody on offense. They went all, well, they got 2 offensive players, but what you gonna do with a kicker and a center? Not to say they not valuable or needed, but everybody been grabbing either 50-50 or I don't know. The Packers think that they all that for them to get mainly defensive players. They got Chase, a cornerback, McClellan, a defensive tackle, Dennis Sutton, an edge rusher. Burton was the center that I mentioned. Jackson is a CB, and T. Smack, the kicker. The kicker and the center. only 2 offensive picks they got. They didn't even pick that many people, but that's who they grabbed. So and I was telling my pops, they said, "You think I give a damn?" Pops was tripping. Next up, we got the 49ers. They grabbed Stribling. When I heard that draft, I was like, "Damn, did they say Strickland?" I'm looking, and then they spelled it out, and then like announced it again, and it was Bling, bling. So I was like, okay, shit, it sounded like Strickland, but you said Stribling. But so they grabbed Stribling, a wide receiver, height, edge rusher. K Black, a running back. Halton, a defensive tackle. Willis, offensive tackle. Prysock, a cornerback. Jay Duggar, a linebacker. And E. Cruz, another offensive tackle. So it looked like they went mostly, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they been on 50-52. Yeah, they went 50-50 offense and defense. So I feel like these good teams, if you're a good team, you either picking the little pieces that you need here and there, or you going 50-50 just to kind of, be even across the board. That way you ain't overdoing one, because if you get all offense, if you like the Packers, got mostly defense, then your offense starts slacking. Then who you going to depend on? You're going to have to be trying to go out here and get trades and do this, do that to try to, get pieces, especially if somebody get hurt or they just not as good. Now you looking to get somebody to let them go, trade them, whatever, So I feel like you should go 50-50. But sometimes that shit don't work either. It's always a hit and miss. Every season, I think team going to be doing good and then shit changed. But we shall see what this season brings. Next up, we got the Lions, who picked B. Miller, an offensive tackle, D. Mora, edge rusher, J. Rolder, a linebacker, K. Abney II, a cornerback, K. Law, a wide receiver, and S. Gil Howard, defensive tackle, and T. West, another defensive tackle. So it looks like, to me, they went mostly defense. They only had 2 offensive tackle and a wide receiver. Lions, what you gonna do? You ain't want to get you a running back. You didn't give us. Well, I guess they did have they other running back that they would like swap out, because we got Montgomery. So we gonna see what y'all gonna do. But you should have drafted a running back, because he can't carry the load now. Like I said, we shall see. Patriots selected C. Lomu, offensive tackle. G. Jackass. That's what I wanted to say when I was writing that down. Jacas. All you missing is a K and an extra S, and it's Jackass. But Jackass is what we're going to call him. Edge rusher. E. Reradon, a tight end. K. Prunty, a cornerback. D. Crownover, offensive tackle. And Obiazor. Obiazor. You pronounce it. Linebacker. Patriots went out, got them another quarterback. What's going on? What's going on, Patriots? What you need a quarterback for? When they got there, B. Morton, quarterback. J. Miller, running back. Q. Hutchins, edge rusher. Next up, we got the Titans. C. Tate, wide receiver. K. Falk, edge rusher. A. Hill Jr., linebacker. F. Carmona, a guard. N. Singleton, running back. J. Marshall, defensive tackle. P. Coogan, a center. J. Canick, a tight end. Titans might need all of that. I was scared of them. I was scared of Titans and the Jags last season. From the picks they got, had nothing to worry about. Especially when I seen the Titans, I'm like, man, we ain't worried about the Titans. Then I started worrying about them Jaguars, because the Jags was doing pretty damn good. And look what happened to them. But, as I say, we shall see what this season brings. Next up, we got the Jets. He didn't register the Jets, but he registered as the Bills, but he liked the Jets, so I threw him in there. But Jets selected D. Bailey, edge rusher. K. Sadiq, a tight end. O. Cooper Jr., a wide receiver. D'Angelo Pons, cornerback. D. Jackson Jr., a defensive tackle. K. Klubnik. Oh, quarterback? Dang, okay. Because they might need him. Because, Geno over there now, right? Geno Smith back to the Jets, so we're going to see, is Geno going to play like Raider Geno? Or is he going to be Seattle Geno? Because I know when he was the original Jets, I think they said he was there first before he did all this moving around. He wasn't too good. So is he going to go back to his roots? Or are we going to see the Geno Smith that we know to come in love? Or is he going to be Raider Geno or even worse? We shall see. But next up, they selected A. Cooper, a guard, and BJ Payner. DJ Payne, my bad. BJ Payne, a safety. Next up, my cousin, like the Browns. So I had to throw them in there. You know, this is going to be some trouble. I'm going to start off with this because this is what I want to talk about. T. Green. This was like round 6 or 7. 6, 7. Hey! They selected T. Green, a quarterback. Browns, why are you still picking quarterbacks, bruh? Y'all got about 12 quarterbacks, bruh. Goddamn. Y'all got 12 quarterbacks over there. Probably more than that. God damn, you just picking up quarterbacks. So can't nobody else have them, huh? All these other teams that need quarterbacks, they could have they could draft them, but y'all taking all the quarterbacks. Come on now, what's going on? Why? That wasn't the first pick, but I just wanted to say that first, because why are you getting another quarterback? But they drafted S. Fano, offensive tackle. K.C. Concepcion, wide receiver. D. Boston, wide receiver. E. McNeil Warren, a safety. A. Barber, another offensive tackle. P. Brailsford, a center. J. Jefferson, a linebacker. J. Royer, tight end. And C. Ryan, another tight end. So they got a lot of picks. We got to see what they're going to do. They got a new coach over there. I guess Deshaun Watson going to be back. He's healthy. So, of course, he's going to be the starter, being the top paid quarterback that they have. He's going to be the starter. I want to say Shadur going to be second string, but who knows? Was Dylan Gabriel still over there, right? If I'm correct. Still got them 3. Then all the other people all the other quarterbacks they drafted last year that's still on the roster, plus this new guy. So we're going to see what happens. Next up, we got the Broncos. T. Onyedim, Onyedim. You pronounce it. Defensive tackle, J. Coleman. J. Cole, man. Cold world. Running back, K. Casey, offensive tackle. J. Jolly, tight end. M. Scott, a safety. D. Bentley, a tight end. Red Murdoch, linebacker. Broncos looking like they went, is they about 50-52? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they went heavy. One more offensive player than defense, but I feel like Broncos probably need they should have drafted more defense than offense. So I feel like their offense was pretty good. It was the defense that was kind of, their offense wasn't too bad. The defense wasn't too bad, but it was like key parts where their defense was like somewhat slacking. And then I guess they probably could have got a backup quarterback. Because if get hurt or whatever again, then what you gonna do? So we shall see. Next up, we got the Colts. C.J. Allen, linebacker. A.J. Hawley, safety. J. Farmer, a guard. B. Botcher, Boettcher. Botcher. You pronounce it. Linebacker. G. Gums Jr., edge rusher. C. Curry, edge rusher. S. McGowan, running back. And D. Burks, a wide receiver. The guy I put the Colts in there, but the guy that liked the Colts picked the Bills also, like my Jets. The other guy that he liked the Jets, but he picked the Bills. So I threw the Colts in there because we ain't gonna mention the Bills. You feel me? Next up, we got the Chargers. A. Messidor, an edge rusher. Jay Slaughter, a center. B. Thompson, wide receiver. T. Burke, offensive tackle. G. Smith, and I ain't talking Geno. Safety. N. Barrett, defensive tackle. L. Taylor, a guard. And A. Harkey, another guard. For your Chargers. I think we got about 3 more here, guys. Stay with me. Let's see. Or 2 more. Yeah. Oh, no. So we got the Rams. They did good. I feel like the Rams think that they all that. They did the bare minimum picks that I didn't see from the team that I looked at. They went out and made 5 picks this whole 3 days. 7 rounds, 5 picks. First pick they got was Ty Simpson, quarterback. Max Clare, a tight end. K. Trost, offensive tackle. C.J. Daniels, wide receiver. Tim Keenan III, defensive tackle. So they went mainly offense. Got 1 defensive player. So they think they all that. They think they set. They just getting little key pieces here and there to probably fill up the depth chart. Next up, we got damn, I didn't even get to see what team this was. Shit. Jesus Christ. Damn, y'all. I done screenshotted these damn. Let me see. We'll go back to it, y'all. We'll go back to it. Stay with me now, y'all. Stay with your boy. Dang, I done did that, and then here we go. I got it. I got all that. So I said Rams was last. So who else I did after that? All right, we got after the Rams, we went to the Dolphins. The Dolphins selected K. Proctor, offensive tackle. Chris Johnson, a cornerback. Jacob Rodriguez, a linebacker. Caleb Douglas, a wide receiver. Will Kacmarek. Damn. Kacmarek. Kacmarek. You pronounce it. Tight end. Chris Bell, wide receiver. Trey Moore, linebacker. K. Lewis, linebacker. Kevin Coleman Jr., wide receiver. S. Traore, 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 tight end. DJ Campbell, a guard. Max, oh my God. Llewellyn, Llewellyn. These boys love L's. Because I guess that's all the Dolphins gonna get. Is L's. Why the hell you got all these L's in your name, in your last name, bruh? Llewellyn. Take them L's, YN. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to do? You see what I'm trying to do? Edge rusher. You feel? Damn. Last but not least, we're going to roll with the... Dang, I forgot. I ain't going to put the Steelers in there. We ain't going to talk about them. Yeah. For that. Let me see. We'll go with the Bucks. Bain Jr., edge rusher. Jay Trotter, linebacker. Ted Hurst, wide receiver. K. Scott, cornerback. D. Capehart, defensive tackle. Billy Scroth, a guard. And B. Sharp, tight end. So, yeah. Those the few teams and picks that I got for you guys today. You tell me what you think. What y'all think the grade overall? Like, how would you grade these teams and their picks? Do you think your team did good? What's your team? How you think they done? Think this draft gonna help? Cause like I said a few lives ago, man, they drafting all these people that ain't even gonna play most of the year. You probably ain't gonna see them until somebody get hurt or about like a year or two down the line when somebody retire or get traded, and then you gotta fill that spot. And you might not necessarily fill in the #1 spot. You bound to bump up the chart, you know, like the #1 spot might retire, get hurt, get traded. So now second string, third string gonna bump up to 1 and 2. And now you on the practice squad or just on the bench. Now you bump up to 3. But then what's your chances of playing at third string? Another thing I did want to talk about with this football stuff is on the same note of conspiracy, how these dudes be getting these, how the commissioner be having these dudes' names on these jerseys already? Like, you know, when they say, oh, such and such, we draft such and such to this such and such team, and they come out, he show them the jersey, got your name on the back. So you like that? So yeah, man, we got this for you. Like, do those picks be already, like, do they have like the player's name on every jersey? So whoever pick them, then you got that jersey made? Are you printing them on the spot? Or are those picks already locked in? Like, you already know they go in here and then ain't nothing gonna change it, because we all know how the draft go. You can call in, make a trade with somebody, like how my Texans did with the Raiders. Like, we took their pick, we we did the trade so we can bump up in the draft, so we can pick before them, and then we picked who they wanted. So was McDonald's name on the Raiders jersey, or do we have it on the Texans jersey? Or when it's, you know, I don't know. Like, is it conspiracy? Is it because if you can change picks at any time, if you trading, and then somebody take the player you wanted, are you not gonna get the jersey for the original team they thought you was gonna go to? You know? But what you think? Tell me what you think. Conspiracy? Tell me what you think about this draft. Tell me what you think about your team with these draft picks. Are y'all leveling up? It's gonna be about the same as last year. You tell me what you think. I did want to talk about this damn Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. You know how in the beginning when they first got together, everybody was talking about, oh man, it ain't gonna last long. I give them about 3 months, or, you know, a year, less than a year. I'm like, man, it ain't my business. I have no input on it. I'm on Snapchat earlier today or yesterday, whatever, and I see they done broke up. I'm like, oh my God, they done let everybody get to it. Heard from my girl, she said, I guess Klay cheated on her. I'm like, come on now. I don't know what's going on out here. You got Meg Thee Stallion and you cheating? What happened, bro? What happened? I wanted to talk about it, but I ain't got too much info on it, and I'm not going to dwell on it. It's your boy H-Town Zack. We're here in H-Town headquarters. We will be back next week. Hopefully I can stick to my Sundays. But as I said, shit got a little, you know, I think I was watching that game Sunday. Was the game Sunday? I think it was Sunday when the last game we played, and it ended pretty late. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll jump on Monday. Come here today. Got caught up cleaning, cooking, trying to celebrate. My girl graduated the nurse stuff. Official nurse in the building, you feel me? Had to go ahead and get all my notes down for y'all. But we here. Hopefully next week, or this week, I can come back to you guys straight on the, straight and narrow on a Sunday and drop some info for y'all. But other than that, as I said, it's your boy H-Town Zack here in H-Town headquarters. Like, comment, subscribe, turn them notifications on. You tell me what you think. We out. Peace.